Live on NBC 12. This is News Watch 12 at 10.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Mohammed Abdul-Kawi. We'll start our coverage tonight in Forest County, where families made their way to Leona Centennial Park for the annual Easter egg hunt. This year, over 40 kids attended the event. There's still a little snow covered around the park, but that didn't stop kids from coming out and filling up their baskets. Mary Bayland, the president of the Leona Beautifying Committee, says today was a perfect time to be outside.
I think it was fun for the kids. So we opted out of doing the white eggs, which I think they were grateful for, but they still had a great time. They each got about 20 to 30 eggs apiece and tons of baskets that were donated by various sponsors for this event, and it was just a really good day overall.
Around 800 eggs were scattered across the park. There were also chocolate bunnies and Easter baskets available for the children as well. Bellin says having the community come together is a great feeling.
Personally, we'd love to see the community come together for events like this in support of the Beautifying Committee, and we love to have the entertainment from the kids and the involvement from the parents. It just makes a really full community and a really well-organized event.
Bellin says she plans to continue to host events throughout the year to bring the town of Leona closer together. If you missed out on the festivities today, don't worry. The Wildwood Wildlife Park Zoo and Safari will be hosting an Easter egg hunt next Saturday. This event was rescheduled due to the high amount of snow we received last week. The egg hunt will not be held inside the zoo. It will take place at the Educational Center parking lot. There is a $5 admission for kids ages 2 and up. The money raised from the event will go towards animal enrichment items at the zoo. Now look at our furry friends. It is important to be extra careful that our pets are not sticking their nose where they don't belong. Treats that are delicious to us can be deadly for our pets. Chocolate can cause seizures, hyperactivity, and an elevated heart rate in our dogs and cats. Keep all chocolate out of reach from your pets. This is a health tip that is crucial to remember any time of the year. If you think that your pet may have consumed chocolate, be sure to contact your local veterinarian. Meteorologist Devin Beggs joins us now. Devin, it looks like spring now, don't you think?
I know, it definitely feels like spring out there, so it's definitely starting to feel nice, and we're going to be watching for a little bit of flooding concerns happening in a few areas. With all the snowmelt happening here in the Northwoods, it's going to be affecting some areas down south. But otherwise, though, here in the Northwoods, looking pretty good out there in Park Falls, looking pretty quiet, at least at this point. Here's one of those flood watches that we have our eye on near Juneau and Adams County for the Wisconsin River here at Castle Rock Dam. There's concerns, though, that this may go above flood stage with all the snowmelt that we have going on here in the Northwoods. We have like 15 to 20 inches of snow still on the ground, with more further off towards the north here in the Northwoods. So that may cause some issues along the Wisconsin River, especially near Adams and Juneau counties moving forward. But otherwise, those who zoom things out, we're looking quiet for the time being, so we're looking pretty good. But here we go. Clouds off in Minnesota and also in Iowa. We'll be tracking off towards the east. We'll have clouds moving in later on tonight, and the opportunity for a little bit of fog as well. We'll have to see if that happens. For now, the winds may help to keep the air stirred up enough where we may not have to deal with any kind of fog. But otherwise, though, here's your overnight planner. Temperatures will be falling, blowing to the lower 30s. Some of you a little bit cooler, though. The lower 30s on the way for us later on tonight.
Wisconsin is set to receive around $139 million to upgrade drinking water infrastructure later this year, and more than half of that money will go towards replacing lead service lines. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources is slated to receive the money in October as part of an annual funding for the state's Safe Drinking Water Loan Program. The money includes supplemental funding as part of a $6 billion awarded nationwide through the bipartisan infrastructure law for projects to ensure safe drinking water. The largest boost this year is funding for the lead line replacement. Last year, Wisconsin received $48.3 million to replace lead lines. This year, the state will receive $81.2 million. Phone companies in the 920 area code are running out of numbers they can give customers new lines. As a result, the state is rolling out a second area code for the region. On Friday, the Wisconsin Public Service Commission revealed people who live in the region and need a new phone number could soon be assigned a new area code, 274. PSC assured people who already have the 920 phone numbers that they will be allowed to retain their existing numbers, and nothing will change for them. The change goes into effect on May 5th, 2023. The McConaughey Center for Public Policy has filed a lawsuit demanding an end to the student loan repayment freeze. The COVID-era pause has been extended 8 times under Trump and Biden, leaving it in effect for more than 3 years. Right now, the moratorium is set to expire 60 days after the Supreme Court decides if the Biden administration's debt forgiveness policy is legal. The temporary pause is slated to end late August if the Supreme Court does not reach a decision, 2 months ahead of then. The justices are expected to rule in late June or early July. A popular family restaurant in Forest County opened back its doors for the spring and summer season. They picked the perfect time to open up, especially with the beautiful weather upon us. But what makes this restaurant so special? Take a look at this.
Oh, it's popular, all right.
Palabicki's Eats and Treats has been a family-owned business in Crandon for 49 years. On Friday, they opened their doors back to the public for the season.
We're all excited about being open. We opened yesterday, and it was awesome. It was more than we expected.
Sue Palabicki made a lot of changes to the restaurant when she took over in 2007. However, running a successful business takes a lot of hard work.
We have great prices. We have good food. Our team workers are wonderful people. They come in. These are all young girls that we start training at 14 years old, and they're a big part of our business. We couldn't run it without them.
Leah has been working at the restaurant for 7 years. She says people enjoy the family atmosphere as well as the car hop.
With those cherry dip cones, did you want them like flipped into a cup or just the cones?
That'd be a good idea.
In the cup? Sounds good. Thank you.
A service that was popular in the 1920s.
We do a really good job of including the kids, including the whole family. I love to take pictures of the kids with their ice cream, post it on Facebook. But yeah, I think that we have very friendly car hop service, and it's an experience to come here. You get to drive in and stay in your car. It's super cool.
Leah says being able to work with all of her family members while serving the community of Crandon means the world to her.
I work with my family, my sisters, my cousins, my grandma, my uncle, my aunt. I work with everybody, and it's really fun to get to spend that time with them, but also stay busy and make some money.
What a great place for the community. Coming up after the break, 5 empty Norfolk Southern train cars derailed today in Pittsburgh. We'll have the details on that and more after weather when we come back.
3 travel trailers, 3 e-scooters, $24,000 in cash. The summer you've been waiting for is coming with Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg's Camper's Delight giveaway. Saturday, April 15th kicks off the Progressive Travel Trailer giveaway drawings with a share of $6 grand in cash, a new KZ Sportsman Classic 160 QB from King's Camper, a new e-scooter, and $2,000 in camp and cash. Come see it at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. Camper's Delight. It's going to be a great summer outdoors with Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. See the Rewards Club for details.
With Choice Hotels, missing family rides means you book it. Whatever your reason, save up to 20% when you book over 7,100 locations at choicehotels.com.
This week at Macy's, get set for back to school with top sneakers from Finish Line and deals on Levi's. Plus, get it faster with curbside pickup or pickup in store at Macy's.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
When we walk, when we reach, when we play, we're moving through life. But an estimated 80% of Americans aren't getting their recommended daily amount of physical activity. It's time to move and keep moving, America. And when you need help, physical therapists and physical therapist assistants are by your side. Because we are meant to climb, to dance, to soar, to thrive. Choose to move. Choose physical therapy.
Welcome back. Let's get things rolling here this evening. And overall, we're looking decent out there over in Park Falls. Nice and quiet. We're going to be watching for clouds moving in. But we also have our eye on the advisories map because we do have a flood watch that is issued for Adams and Juneau counties along the Wisconsin River at Castle Rock Dam. So it's right around in this area, though. That is in effect mainly because of snow melt. We're going to be melting a lot of snow in a short amount of time. So the rivers are going to be taking on a lot of water, and it may cause some of the rivers like the Wisconsin River here to go out of its banks. So that's why there is that flood watch in effect. So if you live in that area or know anyone that lives in that area, make sure to give them a call and make sure they are aware of that. But otherwise, though, here's what we're seeing right now. Clouds moving in from the west, going toward the east, as well as some parts of the Iowa area. We'll be watching for those clouds that will be approaching later on tonight and the parts of tomorrow morning. Maybe some fog as well. The wind might decide if we see that fog tonight or not, because right now the air is still kind of stirred up. But otherwise, though, we do have an area of low pressure just off toward the west. Not much moisture with it at all. All it's really going to bring is some clouds, and that'll be about it. Maybe a small chance for a few rain showers possible by Sunday night. So Futurecast moving forward, the possibility for fog does exist, but I think that chance is rather small, but we mentioned it just to be safe. Mostly cloudy skies as we head towards Easter Sunday. Most of the day looking good, maybe even some sunshine peeking out. But then by Sunday evening, small chance for a few rain showers cannot be ruled out. It's not a strong chance. Most of us may even stay dry, but it's a very skinny line that may develop if you're lucky. We'll get that through, and then by Monday, we're looking very good with a lot of sunshine and a few passing clouds. Again, we do have wind out there, mainly out of the east and the southeast, going to the west and to the northwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So that's helping to keep the air kind of stirred up for the time being. We are going to be dealing, though, with some gusty winds as well, up to 20, maybe 25 miles per hour in a few spots. But by tomorrow, though, even more on the way out of the southwest to the north and east at around 25, even 30 miles per hour. And we'll keep that going again as we head towards Monday morning. So here's high temperatures for today. It felt like spring out there, right? Temperatures in the 40s out there, a little bit cooler in Antico, but other spots, so feeling very nice with 50s, 60s, even some 40s in a few spots. We're not going to stop there. Temperatures, though, have stepped back since then, though. We're in the 30s out there for the time being, upper 30s to the south in Wausau, some 40s farther down toward the south. Our average high temperature is 49 degrees. Look at this, upper 50s, lower 60s on the way for the next couple of days. Mid 60s Tuesday, hello to the 70s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday before we cool off a bit for Saturday. So a nice burst of spring on the way. For tonight, 32 degrees, not bad. Partly cloudy, some areas of dense fog. East wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. If you're heading out the door for anything Easter or anything Sunday related, it's looking rather nice out there. 58 degrees, mostly cloudy for that Easter Sunday, and overall looking pretty good in the weather department there. So anything going on outdoors, maybe some Easter egg hunts or anything, will show temperatures starting off cool in the morning, but making it into the middle 50s by the afternoon. In fact, the upper 50s before we're all finished up. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress 7-day forecast. This looks very nice, right? Except for the low chance of rain as we head towards Sunday night. We're dry all the way through Friday before a chance for rain develops as we head towards just Saturday. Mohammed?
It happened again. Another Norfolk Southern train has derailed, this time in Pittsburgh. Authorities say Saturday's derailment was at the west end of the city. 5 cars jumped the tracks. However, the cars were empty. No one was hurt and no hazardous material leaked. Saturday's incident comes about 2 months after a Norfolk Southern train derailed in East Palestine, Ohio, about 50 miles northwest of Pittsburgh. Fire crews battled a 2-alarm fire at a Hernando County landfill facility in Brooksville, Florida, earlier this morning. Officials said an employee reported the blaze at the facility's recycling center just before 6 a.m. Multiple crews responded and were able to get out of the fire under control. However, officials said half of the recycling building was destroyed. The county's utility director said more than 30 tons of paper, cardboard, plastics, and aluminum was housed in the building. No injuries were reported. The life expectancy for New Yorkers dropped nearly 5 years during the pandemic. A new study has revealed the toll that the pandemic took on New Yorkers, showing life expectancy dropped to 78 years between 2019 and 2020. Health officials say it's the worst drop in decades, and there's also racial disparities. Life expectancy among Black New Yorkers dropped to 73 years, down 5.5 years from 2019. And white New Yorkers also saw their average life expectancy drop about 3 years to roughly age 80. Health officials say the pandemic was mostly to blame for the drop in life expectancy. The death of a U.S. cycling champion is bringing the cycling community closer together. people gathered at Arguello Boulevard to honor Ethan Bowes. Dia Vang reports.
Ethan's invincible. You can't.
There isn't supposed to be a group of more than 100 standing here on Arguello Boulevard in the Presidio, but the road is closed by U.S. Park Police for a vigil for U.S. cycling champion Ethan Boyes. Some in the crowd.
It's gonna suck not seeing him there.
Taking turns.
If we got a flat, he was the one that fixed it. A chain drop, he was right there.
To share stories and tears about their friend.
I've just been trying to think of all the really good times and all the funny things, and I went through all my photos yesterday, and oh my God, so many funny times. He's just such a goofball.
Heartbreaking to see.
To others, he was a mentor.
So Ethan was the only person I knew who raced bikes. And we always kind of knew him. He's kind of like a larger than life figure because I'm 14 when I first meeting him.
U.S. Park Police say Boyes was hit by a driver who crossed into oncoming traffic Tuesday around 4 p.m. on Arguello Boulevard near Washington. That's where this ghost bike now sits, encased with flowers and Boyes' jersey above it.
Ethan didn't deserve to go out like this. Nobody deserves to die like this. It was a wholly preventable death.
Friends say this gathering was meant to celebrate Boyes, the vivacious person who worked his way up from being a bike messenger in San Francisco for about 15 years to a champion, all while having great humility and a sense of humor. But they also want to draw attention to the dangers cyclists face. Sustainable transportation advocate Luke Bornheimer is calling on the Presidio Trust to put in barriers right away called K71 traffic posts.
What would have potentially saved Ethan's life is protected bike infrastructure, fully separating and protecting the bike lane, and also making the road narrower so that people driving cars need to drive more slowly.
The Presidio Trust could not be reached for comment tonight, but Boyes' friends from here and around the country promised to push ahead for him.
When we come back, we'll take a look at some of the stories around the world, including a look at what North Korea is doing underwater. We'll be right back.
With Allegra, allergies don't hold us back. Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. And unlike Zyrtec, it won't make us drowsy. Allegra gives you the fastest, non-drowsy 24-hour allergy relief so you can live your greatness.
Had enough? No. Arthritis. Here. Aspirin arthritis. Full prescription strength. Reduces inflammation. Thank the gods. Don't thank them too soon.
Kick pain in the Aspirin.
I know that I can handle schooling my children because RVA provides the tools that I need. The RVA has adjusted curriculum by placing children right where their learning is. That's the #1 goal, is to make sure that your children are learning. And so you don't move on if they haven't grasped the concept. You stop, pause, and you make sure that you grasp that before you move on. The RVA will work with your child's needs and will provide the support and the attention that your child not only needs, but deserves.
Some numbers simply have more meaning than others. After an accident, there's one critical number. The number that helps you get your life back by factoring in your needs for today and tomorrow. That's where Habish and Rotier's numbers really add up. With over 90 years of client successes and 13 offices to help you wherever you are. Trust Habish Personal Injury Attorneys to get the number that's right for you. Call now.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend. Haul or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough, and it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
Welcome back. North Korea says it has tested another nuclear-capable underwater attack drone designed to destroy Navy ships in ports. North Korean media aired these photos showing the drone on the surface of a body of water and then a target being exploded. During the weapons test, North Korea claims the drone cruised more than 600 miles underwater for 71 hours. Last month, North Korea reported testing another drone that it said it was incapable of setting off a radioactive tsunami. Tesla has lowered the prices on its vehicles in the U.S. again. The electric vehicle maker is working to attract new buyers as the industry gets more competitive. The price of its Model S and Model X vehicles were slashed by $5,000 each. The company also lowered the price on its Model 3 sedan and some Model Y crossovers. Tesla's latest cuts come after it lowered its prices of its Model S luxury sedan and its Model X SUV last month. The latest round of reductions also comes as Tesla prepares for the $7,500 tax credit applied to its purchases of its more affordable models on April 18th. I think it's time for me to buy a Tesla. When we come back, Saul Meyer will be here to give us a look at some local sports that's happening in our area. Stick with us.
In every corner of Wisconsin, you'll find Wisconsin lottery winners. Some live in the city, others out in the country. Some play in their lucky socks, others wear their favorite hat. But one thing's for sure. Last year, tens of thousands of players won across the state. In fact, Wisconsin Lottery awards over $1.5 million in prizes every day. That's a lot of winners you'll find in Wisconsin.
And Doug.
Hey, man. Nice base. Clearly, you're a safe driver. You could save hundreds for safe driving with Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Woo! We gotta go again.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Emmerich Properties leases office, storage, and manufacturing space, as well as apartments, duplexes, and homes. We are your first call, your last call, your only call for your rental or lease needs.
When we walk, when we reach, when we play, we're moving through life. But an estimated 80% of Americans aren't getting their recommended daily amount of physical activity. It's time to move and keep moving, America. And when you need help, physical therapists and physical therapist assistants are by your side. Because we are meant to climb, to dance, to soar, to thrive. Choose to move. Choose physical therapy.
Discover what's trending in the North Woods on Up North at 4 with Nate Myhawk and Jeff Weller. Local conversations about what it means to live, work, and play up north. Weekdays at 4.
Anago's softball went 0-4 to start their season when they played in Clearwater, Florida back in March. Now they're trying to see how they'll do playing in Wisconsin, and oh boy, is it working out for the Red Robins. They took down Wittenberg Burnham Wood in the opening round of the softball tournament at the Hodag Dome yesterday, and then Edgar in the semis. That led to a title game this morning against Eau Claire North, where the Red Robins tried to end the Huskies' undefeated start to the season. Here in the second inning, Bethany Lewis can pitch. She gets the North player to go down swinging with an absolutely nasty changeup. This team can play defense too. Ball's hit short, fielded by Sydney Heinzen, who makes the incredible play from her knees to get the out. I don't know what's more impressive, the throw or the catch. Moving on to the fourth inning, Lewis is at it again. Another filthy pitch results in a strikeout, and she helps her team get the 2-1 win, and Anago is still undefeated in the state of Wisconsin. Now on to the host team, Rhinelander. The Hodags had a strong first game of the tournament, taking down Wyowega Fremont in the opening round. And they dropped their following game to Eau Claire North, so now the Hodags get to take on Edgar in the third place game. Let's see which green team reigns supreme in this great Northern Ameriwood Conference showdown. Here in the first inning, it was a pitcher's duel. For Edgar, Michaela Workus gets the big-time strikeout, putting the Hodag player down swinging. And for Rhinelander, it's Addie DeMeyer. She's able to catch the inside of the plate here for the strikeout. However, those Wildcat bats got hot. Morgan Streveler launches this ball to dead center field. It hits the wall, maybe another foot, and that's a home run. However, she'll take an RBI double, and Edgar will take a 6-0 win to clinch third place. Now let's move on to the game happening right before Rhinelander. It's Leon Wabino and Wyowega Fremont here in the 4th inning. Leon Wabino down but not out, and Allie Albrecht is looking to put them back in it as she gets the single to center. And she did it at the plate. Now she's doing it in the field. Ball gets hit right back to Albrecht, and she is able to field it and get the 6-3 put out to get them out of the inning. Now on to the final inning. Leon Wabino down 3-1. Holly Gilligan hits the grounder that gets past the infield, and that's going to drive in some runs. They drove in 12 runs that inning as Leon Wabino completes the comeback to win it 13-3. There was more softball action going on at the Hodag Dome besides the tournament. Crandon played in a doubleheader today. Their first game was against Hurley, where the Cardinals took home the 4-2 win to get their first win of the season. Their next game was against Gillett, and they won that one 9-2 to make it 2 wins in a row for the Cardinals. We'll be right back after the break.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you. For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you. With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Martial arts is my passion.
I work out whenever I can.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it can be tough.
My skin was so uncomfortable.
The itching was so bad.
Now I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion. And Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WIS-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
You're watching NBC 12, your home for dramas, game shows, comedies, and sports. NBC 12, from where you live.
All right, so we added a little bit of snow this morning, 0.9 inches. So now we're at 113.6 inches of snow. And yes, some of you may notice some of the digits are the same as a top record, but just a tad bit different in the order. So it looks like that might be where we're holding off, at least for the time being. We have until July 1st mathematically, just so to say, to try to break that record. So we'll see what happens with that. But otherwise, here we are. Some clouds moving in from the west, dragging off towards the east. Temperatures are still pretty nice out there, at least in the 30s. For the time being, but some very nice weather on the way for those that will be enjoying the Easter holiday or just doing anything outdoors. It's looking very nice. 50s, 60s, 70s on the way, not only tomorrow, but the next several days. Only bumps in the road will be Sunday night and Saturday with a few chances for rain showers. So, Mohammed, if you're doing anything outside, it's going to be nice. That snowpack's going to be melting.
70s, you love to see that.
I know,
Yeah,
let's go, right?
That's it for your news around the Northwoods. Have a great night, everybody.